Hey everyone, this is John here with a video lesson on some useful resources for traders. The first thing I'm going to show you guys is called finviz.com. And finviz, or financialvisualizations.com, is a great tool for using stock screeners, taking a look at quick charts, stock charts, and they also have this really unique thing called a heat map. And if you go over here, this is where the heat map is, and you can click on the heat map, and it will bring up a larger map, a larger image of the actual map itself. And what you can see right here is this map that's loading is the map for the S&P 500. They also have the world view for other markets. They have market in 3D. They have other market archives. And they also have heat maps for ETFs, or exchange traded funds. So what you can see before you is the heat map of the sector. Now this is showing the last trading day. So this was Friday's trading results. So this is what the market looked like at the close of trading on Friday, the 29th of January, 2010. And what you can see is we clearly had a down day. Most of the stuff you see is in red. Red signifies stocks that are losing on the day. So you can see Microsoft right here. We can go ahead and zoom into that. You can see that Microsoft was down 3.36% on the day. And nice little tool to be able to get an idea of what sectors are performing well, what sectors are not performing well. It's a good tool to figure out other stocks to trade. You can see that there's a whole bunch of tickers on here. This is the entire S&P 500. But the biggest thing is it really shows you what sectors are performing well and what sectors are not performing well. And again, you can click in and zoom in on it and check all sorts of different things. The other thing that I like to use on this site is the screener. Hugely popular and a really good tool to find other stocks to search for. What I like to do is I like to make sure that it's screening for stocks that have an average daily volume of over about 400,000 shares a day or 500,000 shares a day. And then what I also like to screen for is stocks that are where is it? Stocks that are the top gainers for the day. These are the stocks that are best performers on the day, and it'll give you a list, and it'll give you what their performance was for that day as a percent change. Another nice thing is I like to click on the chart once I've selected my filters, and it will give you a picture list of all the charts for those stocks that are the top performers of the day. And this is a really quick way to just be able to look at a whole bunch of different charts at once, and you can pick out your different technical indicators from here. And it's a good way of being able to see different consolidation patterns, see where the action is on these charts, and possibly see other opportunities for the upcoming trading days. So that's a great tool. Next tool I'm going to talk about is freestockcharts.com. If you do not have a charting platform and you just don't want to spend the money to get a charting service, or you don't have one, or your charting service doesn't have certain tools, this is a great charting service. It's a little complicated to get used to, but it's fairly simple, and you can see, you can do different time periods. You can change from a 1 minute to a 30-minute, 15-minute, 2-minute daily time frames. It's every time frame you could ever imagine. You can add almost every indicator you can ever imagine, and you can tweak those indicators to different settings. You just click right here. You type in the symbol you want to look at. And it's a great way to get free charts. They're not up to date in real time. They have about a 15-second to 20-second delay for when the price actually changes on the market. But it's pretty quick, and a lot of the data is pretty accurate. One thing to note is it only goes through the BATS exchange. So it only is getting information that gets routed through the BATS exchange, which means that sometimes on some of the stocks that aren't trading on every exchange, maybe they're not trading on the BATS, maybe they're only trading on the New York Stock Exchange or the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. This might display some wacky information, but for the pretty popular stocks, this is going to be spot on. Just to note, that it's only the data that's being collected is only being collected from BATS Exchange, and that the volume is estimated. But other than that, it's a pretty useful tool. Next thing I'm going to go over is a website called Resources.avi, and Earnings Whispers is a great tool for finding out when stocks are reporting earnings. When earnings season comes around, you really want to make sure you know when earnings are reporting, so that the stocks that you're watching and that you're trading don't surprise you, and you wake up the next morning and the stock's reported earnings and it's down 30% because you didn't know when the stock was reporting earnings. So all you do is you click here, you type in the company that you want to look at. I was recently looking at Eastman Kodak, and it will show you when they're expected to come out with earnings. And then they also give you some other information. Sometimes they'll give you some options information down here, but a great place to find out earnings when you need to in a hurry. The next thing I'm going to talk about is social networking sites, and the fact that there's just so much information out there. One of the great tools is this StockTwits.com. StockTwits is kind of a play off of Twitter. It's connected to Twitter, and anybody who posts anything with the dollar symbol and a stock ticker symbol next to it, basically that gets posted to the StockTwits page. And you can come here and find out a lot of information from people who are trading and from people who are doing the same thing you're doing. I've met a lot of people on here. I've learned so much from other people on here. And it's real easy. If you've got a Twitter account, you can do this through Twitter. But you should definitely check out this website. And you'll see me posting stuff on here too. And my Twitter account name is JW Trader. So you can find me on here. The next thing I want to talk about is blogs. There's so many good blogs out there. This blog in specific is by Brett Steenbarger. His blog's traderfeed.blogspot.com. He is a professor at a college, and I forgot the name of his college, but he's a professor of psychology, and he does a lot of research on trading psychology and basically just trading and traders in general. You can see his post today is should proprietary trading firms change their education, and he posts a lot of information on the psychology of trading too, as far as how the mind tricks us into what we want to think or what we don't want to think, and the feelings that we feel when we're in a good trade, when we're not in a good trade, and how that affects our overall trading strategy. So his blog, as well as many others, are a great place to learn a thing or two. And going off of that, my blog as well will be a great source of information for you new traders out there, and for any of you avid traders who want to maybe know a couple other stocks that might be in play for the next week. I'm going to try to do posts every day. I'm going to do lessons, do posts every day about upcoming stocks to keep an eye on what to trade for the next day. And then I'll also do a live trading feed right here where you can click on the player and you'll be able to watch me trade the market in real time. And then also there's a little chat thing that goes with that so that you can ask me questions, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, this website is www.stocksense.blogspot.com. I hope this information was useful, and I will be back with more videos to help you guys out.